All right, welcome into Ricky Racts. I want you to like and subscribe over here. Also, you can catch myself, Bill Colarulo, Savannah Kelleher on Unfiltered, 2 to 6, Monday through Friday. That's on 97.5 The Fanatic, 97.5 thefanatic.com, and NBC Sports Philadelphia. Ricky Racts is very simple. I'm here with Dylan McKinnon. Dylan will ask me questions that I have no idea what he's going to ask. It could be about just about anything. It's usually about current affairs. But I take my crack at answering them. Sometimes I'm right. Sometimes I have no idea, and I'll throw anything out there that sticks on the wall. Here we go, Dill.
Okay, so Phillies are back in the playoffs. We did not hear "Dancing on My Own" in the locker room after the game. If you were going to pick a song, this team's song for the playoff run, what song would you go with? If you were the DJ, if you were DJ Garrett Stubbs.
If I was the DJ, that's a heck of a question, Dylan. I probably would go with something from Pearl Jam. Maybe Alive. I love Pearl Jam Alive. I think it kind of fires people up. Or I would go U2 Elevation. Song's got a kind of good beat, kind of lifts you up a little bit, gets people a little fired up. But as for Dancing on My Own, I could not be any more happy that song is retired and that song is just disappeared. If it comes back during the playoffs, I don't know what I'm going to do. I really don't. That song, I never understood why they had it, just because they liked the song or whatnot, but I never understood the whole thought process behind it. I know it's Stubbsy because he's the DJ on the team, but you know what? It is up to Garrett Stubbs. Whatever he feels like playing, he's going to play, and I have a feeling. You could say yes, no, maybe. But if they win a series, I bet you that we hear that song in the background at some point during the playoffs. It won't go away. It's like evil. It just won't go away. Hasn't won him anything yet, so I wouldn't even put it on that playlist. So Garrett, take it off the playlist, man.
Which version do you prefer, the Caleb Scott or the Robin version?
Neither. I mean, in all honesty, neither. I could go without it. Both ways, I could take it, twirl it up, throw it in the trash. I'm good with that. Okay. Although it made Caleb Scott a lot of money because he was getting downloaded all the time. So, yeah, whatever.
Okay, so a peek behind the scenes. You've been going around the office throwing around accusations of people being homers all week long. Yeah. To you, what is the difference between a homer and a fan?
There's no objectivity. A fan has objectivity towards the whole league. A homer is a person that everything is positive all the time and everything is perfect all the time with their team, and nobody could I understand the fandom part when somebody says something about your team that you argue back. I get that. But to have no objectivity whatsoever, I think that's an issue. I think that's a very big issue. And I think Dylan McKinnon is one of those guys that is one of the biggest homers. We have a bunch of homers here. Dylan's at the top of the list, along with Andrew Salchunas. We have a fake homer in John Kincaid because we all know he's an Atlanta fan. And I think that's true and true. I think that's the Braves. It's the Hawks. It's the Falcons. It's all the way through with him. And, you know, he'll tell you no. But what's the one name that you constantly hear out of his mouth baseball-wise? What's the name? Dylan, do you know the name?
Alex Anthopoulos?
That's close. Same team. Although he was a Philly, but he was more known for being an Atlanta Brave. That's Jeff Francoeur. Yeah, see? You see what I mean? But, so it's you, Salchunas, Kincaid kind of, but I'm not really sure of what team. And Connor Thomas, my goodness. Homer. And then we have, on the promotion side, Brendan Petrilli. No doubt in my mind. Maybe bigger than any other homer here, because any subject you bring up to him shoots it down that it's always on the side of a Philadelphia team.
What about Bill?
He's actually just a homer for Nick. I really believe that after he leaves work, he drives down to the NovaCare Center, picks up Nick, brings him out to dinner, has a beer with him, and then, you know what? They have separate bedrooms, but they just go into the same house. That's what I think happens.
You mentioned John Kincaid. This next question's about him. He had a fiery interview this week with Adam
Yeah, he
Schefter where he
did.
took Adam Schefter to task for his
Fantastic.
comments. What is the most fiery you ever been with a peer of yours outside the obvious example of throwing at Bonds?
I've gotten. I mean, I guess. Well, yeah, that would be pretty bad, the Bonds thing. But I would probably say umpires. I mean, because number one, my best friend was an umpire, Jim Reynolds. He's now a supervisor. But you know what? I mean, argumentative wise, I think umpires. I mean, you always are pissed off at an umpire no matter what. If you're a player in football or basketball, the referees, you're never happy with the referees. Baseball, are you ever happy with the umpires? As a matter of fact, here's proof. Let's switch it all over to AI. Let's do that. Let's let the computers take over everything in baseball. How many times do you hear that now? I would say you probably have a pretty good argument with the umpires then at that given time. But you know what? I like one-on-one, nod to nod. I would probably say Carlos Lee. I played with him with the Brewers. We did not see eye to eye, and I'm not talking about baseball. I'm talking about pretty much everything in general. And he kind of was a instigator. So he would instigate me, and I'd go back at him, and we'd go back and forth. I mean, it was never like a fisticuffs thing. It was more like, okay, you have that idea, I have this idea. Let's debate this thing. Let's go at it. But other than that, nah, not too much. Michael Barkan, we butt heads on the show a lot.
Okay, this next one's from Bill, and it might make you go back, and you might want to
Bill
call Julio.
Oh boy.
And it might make you go back. You might want to call more of a homer because he might piss you off with this one.
Uh-oh.
You said you played a lot of golf on vacation, shot under an 80.
Yeah.
He wants to know how much you cheated if you took any mulligans.
No mulligans. On vacation, why would I cheat? I'm literally playing with my brother and some other guy that's in our group. There was no cheating going on. As a matter of fact, the only cheating I would say we played from the blues. We didn't play all the way to the back. So I guess I had a little bit of an advantage. My brother's not exactly an A+ golfer, so I gave him a break by making the holes, 15 yards shorter. But other than that, it's kind of hard to cheat on a course that has. I mean, it's not like this course, didn't have trouble you could run. I ran into some trouble. Just didn't try to do too much with it. I think that's unfair, Bill. Now I'm pissed off. Tell me I cheated. I shot an 81 the first time. What do you want me to say?
I'm just asking the question.
What, is everybody bitter now?
Have you ever cheated at golf? You ever
cheated?
I'm going to poke this ball onto the fairway.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing that we do sometimes when it's wet out, we'll do the rollover thing. And quite frankly, factually, I'll tell you this much. I guess if you call this cheating, when I play with friends around here, we'll call out before we start, like mulligan on the first hole or something like that. But it's only off the tee box, so you get that one mulligan off the first tee, which a lot of people call it a breakfast ball. I just call it a mulligan.
Okay.
And that depends on the group you're playing with.
Okay, final question. Which Fanatic employee is most likely to cheat at golf?
I think I have to go with Connor. I know it's not you.
I suck so much, cheating won't help me.
Well, I know, right. I've seen you golf. I know it's not you that's cheating. I would probably say, you know what? Maybe Selchunas. He's kind of Weasley. I think he might try to cheat. He might do the old roll, like a ball's behind a tree. He might kick it, give it a little roll over. You know what's funny? I kind of like those shots. Because it tempts you to do something stupid, and that's what I like to do on the golf course. But I played with Bill before. He's not going to cheat. I would say it's definitely the morning show. So I'll just start with the morning show, and I'll put all three of them in there. The morning show. How's that?
Now, I do believe Andrew's meant that Connor is the type to take an extra shot.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt. Connor's definitely one of them, but I could see all three of them. Although I've seen Kincaid go. I don't think Kincaid would do it, so I'll go with the two on the morning show.
What about Ray Dunn?
No, I don't think. Does Ray even golf?
Everyone golfs a bit.
I could see Ray doing the old rollover, but I don't think he's going to move the ball way out. I think he would kind of roll it over, put it on a nice fluffy spot so he could hit it. But other than that, no. All right, that's it. That's Ricky Reacts. I want you to like and subscribe over here. You can catch me, Silvana Kelleher, Bill Colarulo, on Unfiltered, Monday through Friday, 2 to 6. That is on 97.5 The Fanatic, 97.5thefanatic.com, and NBC Sports, Philadelphia. Thanks for watching Unfiltered on YouTube. You could like and subscribe down here. You could also see our other shows over here. Go ahead and watch them all. We love when you watch. The one thing, hey, you could also catch us on 97.5 The Fanatic, 97.5thefanatic.com, and NBC Sports Philadelphia. See you there.